Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Caherline have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Caherline have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club.
Welcome to the LIT Gaelic Grounds for the Premier Minor Hurling Championship final between holders Ballybrown and their challengers Mungret. John Keoghan commentary for Limerick GA TV. I'm delighted to be joined by freelance journalist Tom Clancy. Tom, sides met earlier in the year. Ballybrown came out victorious, but we're expecting a much tighter game tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. Even that game was tight in itself, John, and Ballybrown were just able to get their nose in front by the final whistle. And since then, Mungret have had a good quarter-final meeting with Newcastle West, and they had a very impressive victory over Monaleen. So I'm sure Mungret are going to be well primed and ready to take on the champions and try and stop a 2-in-a-row bid from Ballybrown.
Before we get to tonight's live action, here's a quick word from the sponsor of tonight's stream, Sean Mullally of the Q3 Group.
Sean Mullally of Q3. Sean, I suppose, look, your continued sponsorship of Limerick GA, very much appreciated by the organisation, and a cracking final in the Premier Minor grade this evening to finish off the competition. One, I suppose you have a bit of a vested interest in. Mungret and Ballybrown, close neighbours, but I suppose, look, start by telling us about your sponsorship of the GA and why you get behind the organisation.
We started Q3 in 2012, and my own young fella plays a lot of sport and that, but being local and we employ a lot of staff locally, it was the obvious way to enter into a bit of sponsorship first to get our name out there. And we decided to do a 3-year deal in 2013. And I don't know whether I'm lucky enough to be involved or whether they're lucky enough to have me involved, whichever it is. But either way, we're delighted to be involved overall.
And I suppose the importance of local sponsors getting behind the local GA. It's great when you see names up there of Limerick companies or companies from Limerick that are kind of feeding back into to especially in such tough times and tough commercial times across the board. It's still great to see businesses getting behind the local GA clubs and the wider organisation.
Yeah, I think it works both ways. We get a lot of profile. Like tonight, now we'll get a lot of profile out of it from a commercial point of view. That's what it's about at the end of the day. We can all be nice people and put money into things, but from a commercial aspect, we have to get a return for the investment. We're lucky enough with Ballybrown being a senior club that we get that. We get the publicity, we get the advertising, and to be fair, we get the goodwill of the locals as well. I think we employ I think it's 15 or 16 locals. Most of them are involved in the GA club itself. Evan Loftus, my co-director and contracts manager, is the manager of the senior team. We probably have 5 or 6 players working for us as well. So all around, we like to be involved. It's good. It's good for us. It's good for Ballybrown, I hope. And I think that the vested interest from a commercial point of view is very good as well.
And I suppose, look, tonight's game being live streamed on Limerick GA, the fact that the live streaming has kicked in this year, and I suppose at a time where so many people can't get to the games, I know that has changed over the last few days, but it has been a great way of getting people over the last few months to have access to matches.
2020 is a bad year, COVID and everything else, and you still have to look at the upside of it. Look at everything that has happened. Look at the streaming that has come through and the interest in it. Again, going back to a commercial point of view, I'm only delighted that tonight is there from an advertising point of view. But apart from that, the people at home, the elderly, like my own parents, for example, or in Raheen, they can't travel to the match. They're in a form of lockdown. They can watch it for a minimal fee. And all around the world, you've people queuing up to watch it. I also think it has brought the game of hurling to a different level entirely. I know there's people in Australia tonight, Kyle Loftus and his family I know are looking at it. We've people in the States looking at it. I have my own sister in London looking at it. And I think that we've brought this into a new area, which is very positive. And in fairness to Limerick, GA, and in fairness to yourselves, you've brought that to the people. That's fierce important, especially for people's mental welfare. People that can't go to matches and they can still see their nephew, their grandson, whatever it may be, playing a game of hurling, and such talent that's out there. This year has really brought the club game to a different level.
And finally, I suppose tonight's match, it would be remiss of us to say that you have a vested interest, and I suppose you will be erring on one side more than the other. But we are hoping for a great game this evening.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, the standard of the hurling coming through this year, especially in Premier Minor, has been absolutely outstanding. Ballybrown have played exceptionally well, as have Mungret, to be fair to them. It was a cracking match in the Gaelic grounds last weekend with Doom. A 1-point win at the end of the day. Was it a fair result? A draw would probably have been a fair result, but am I going to complain? Absolutely not. As you said, I have a vested interest in my son who's playing full forward. And he came back this year to play hurling. He's in a Premier final. You only get 1 or 2 opportunities at that. And I think that the fact it's Mungret is making it a little bit more attractive. Mungret have been the main rivals to this particular team over the last 6 years. And you couldn't ask for a better game and a better setup.
Rally of the Q3 group. Tom, we've mentioned just in our preamble there, Ballybrown champions of last year, a very experienced panel to pick from.
Absolutely, yeah, and John, they're able to call upon 9 of last year starting 15, so while they have lost a couple of players who are obviously overaged, they still have the core of that team here for tonight's game, and it was a very impressive victory over Doon last year, and to be fair to them, they've continued that form into this season, albeit that the championship started later than expected, but they've kept up that good form, and they're arriving to the final unbeaten.
On the flip side, they're facing a Mungret team, as you mentioned already, have done well to get to the final in their most recent victories, but a Mungret club that have endured a tough couple of weeks. They've lost the Premier Under-21 semi-final a few weeks ago, a very fancied Mungret team, and of course last Sunday's defeat to Kildimo Palace Kenry in the Premier Intermediate final. Is this one they really need to win as a club?
I would never say you need to win a minor final, but it would definitely be a shot in the arm for a club like Mungret. They've plenty of playing numbers. They even have 2 teams at minor level. I've been saying that all week. It's great to see a club that are able to field 2 teams at minor level. A bit of success never goes astray. I think I've seen in Ballybrown this year that what the minor win last year has meant, and likewise I think if Mungret can get a minor title over the line, it could definitely help their adult teams, their junior teams, and indeed their Premier Intermediate team in the coming years. So yes, it's important, but is it essential? No, I wouldn't be putting that pressure on young players tonight, but I'm just hoping for a fantastic game between 2 near neighbours.
Of course, the near neighbourly rivalry as well, obviously a big aspect of tonight's game. Another big aspect, Tom, there's some serious quality on both sides.
Absolutely, there is, and you need to look at the Ballybrown team and to see, the likes of Colin Coughlin. He was injured, a little bit injured coming into last week's semi-final, went into the edge of the square and managed to get 1-1 to his name. So he's a player we've seen on the Limerick minor panel of the last 2 seasons. Extremely talented player, extremely strong physical guy. Had been doing it for the seniors up until his injury, but thankfully he's come back into the starting team for the minors in the last few weeks. And alongside him you've Aidan. The 2 of them are listed. Aidan O'Connor, they're listed at midfield. Now we'll have to see exactly where they line up. But Aidan, another, he's a sharpshooter going forward. Another man who was on the Limerick minor panel last season, and he was, I think he was, apart from Cathal O'Neill, he was Limerick's 2nd top scorer, so at minor level. So I think that shows the pedigree of those 2 guys in the Ballybrown ranks.
Over to the Mungret side as well, a couple of players in Liam Lynch and Brian O'Mara that have had high exposure as well. Yeah,
the 2 of them on minor panels in recent seasons as well, and even Brian, young Brian came on last week. When I suppose things were going against Mungret, they were trusting enough to bring him on in their Premier Intermediate Hurling Championship final. Unfortunately for Brian and his teammates, they weren't able to turn that around against Kildimo. But he's a player that they obviously think highly of if he's able to get into that Premier Intermediate team at the business end of a championship. And Liam Lynch, he'll be the free taker I think this evening. Chipped in with a nice few scores last week in the semi-final, and they'll be looking to him to contributed heavily on the scoreboard again. So both sides have, there's other talents within the teams, but both sides have 2 very high profile players already at this age.
Quick check on the starting lineups in full now, starting with last year's champions Ballybrown. In goals, Josh O'Reilly. Full back line of Owen Kelly, Ned Quinn and Rob O'Brien. Half back line, Mikey Gavin, Keith Punch and Lee O'Reilly. As Tom Clancy mentioned, in midfield, at least on paper anyway, Aidan O'Connor and Colin Coughlin. Half forward line, Jamie Behan wears number 10 for Ballybrown. Luke O'Connor centre forward. Ethan Keys completes the half forward line. Full forward line, Paul O'Neill, Mark Mullally and Bobby Smith. We're just going to pause now for the national anthem. In fact, we're not, and we'll just go with the Mungret team very quickly before the national anthem. In goals, Rian Murphy. Full back line, Kieran Kenny, Oren O'Dwyer, Dermot Maloney. 5, Eamon Flahav. 6, Billy Molyneux. 7, Barry Duff. Midfield sees Jack McCarthy, partner Brian O'Mara. Half forward line, Conor O'Malley, Liam Lynch and Killian Archer. Full forward line, Conor O'Halloran, Darrow Hagan and Conor Galvin. Tom, just before the national anthem, I'm going to make you give your thoughts on today's game, but I'm going to look for a prediction first off.
Yeah, I think you're going to be asking me again in an hour, John. I do have a genuine feeling that this one is going to go to extra time. We nearly always have a draw in some shape or form in the county final at different grades in Limerick, so I think this might be the first one that we'll see extra time. So I genuinely think it's going to be that tight for the hour, so I'm just literally hoping for a cracking game of hurling.
Yeah, and it's not only a big game for the players as well. We also have an inexperienced referee who's been making good waves across the refereeing circle in Limerick, is young David Deedy from Broree. A big game for him as well, Tom.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's great to see a young ref being trusted with the Premier Minor final. He's flanked by some very experienced officials as well.
Quick pause now for the national anthem. Our Naveen impeccably observed, of course, as usual, Tom. One thing we must mention before throwing, it's great to have a crowd here, even albeit a small one.
Yeah, it's there at the end of the national anthem, and great to see that tradition almost back. It looks like Ballybrown are going to be playing down towards
Ballybrown playing left to right, as we see it on screen here, into the city end. Already a quick change. A heavily strapped Colin Coughlin is going in at full forward like he did in the semi-final. So that's one we'll definitely keep an eye on.
It's Luke O'Connor who's come out to midfield, certainly for the throw-in anyway. A couple of position switches for Ballybrown, and Mungret looking close enough to 1-15 from what I can judge so far, John.
We'll update you with any changes as we're underway here in the Premier Minor Hurling Championship final between Ballybrown and Mungret. And it's Ballybrown with possession straight away, and Owen Kelly gets the pass away, but good defending from Mungret initially. The boot comes to the ball, but it's picked up by Barry Duff, and Duff now on the run for Mungret St. Paul's. Good delivery from Barry Duff. It's going to drop short. Out comes Josh O'Reilly. It's a good catch from Josh O'Reilly. He gets the hand pass away. Confident start from the keeper. Must be said as well here, as Rob O'Brien struggles to get the ball clear from a Ballybrown point of view. Well intercepted by Conor Galvin. And Mungret now trying to keep the ball there. It's gone off of Ballybrown early, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Mungret. Tom, ideal conditions for any game, but especially a final this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Bone dry here in the Gaelic grounds. With a little bit of rain where I was earlier this afternoon, John, but that doesn't seem to have affected the pitch if there was any here. And lovely start there, in fairness, from Conor Galvin, setting the tone there for Mungret with a lovely block down on I think it was Owen Kelly from Ballybrown. So fiery start here from Mungret.
Conor O'Halloran with a dangerous ball again. Josh O'Reilly called into action, gets the hand pass away to Leo O'Reilly, and Leo O'Reilly launches it downfield. Up for Mungret was their centre back Billy Molyneux, unable to win it though, and it's Ballybrown that have it with Jamie Behan, but it's intercepted again. And a good start from Barry Duff, and Duff is on the run for the second time in this game. Still going is Barry Duff, chased by 3 or 4 Ballybrown defenders. Eventually it was Leo O'Reilly that got the telling block, and it's cleared away by Keith Punch. It's not the best of passes though, and Mungret St. Paul's looking to come away with this one with Killian Archer. Archer now assessing his options, goes backwards. A chance now delivered in again towards the corner forward again. That's Conor Galvin. Galvin's had a good start to this game. He's on the run here. Chance for Conor Galvin. He may have overcarried it. Gets the shot away. Good defending though for Ballybrown, and Owen Kelly doing enough to put him off.
Yeah, good pressure there by Kelly, and but as you said, Conor Galvin has started this game very well, and took that ball in, took on his man, and unfortunately the shot just wasn't accurate enough.
Already a feature as Rory Duff goes for another ball here. Barry Duff, I should say, but this time he doesn't win it. And Mungret St. Paul's again coming out with possession. It's Conor O'Malley, blocked down from Ballybrown, and Mark Mullally now in possession, but unable to get it to hand, and Mungret St. Paul's are in again. Very, very ferocious start to this game after just over 2 minutes. Again there's a block down. It's Luke O'Connor that does it, and it's followed up by Keith Punch. Punch now heading towards the Mungret territory, gets the pass away. It comes in from Paul O'Neill. In fact, it's heading in towards Colin Coughlin. Coughlin's there. It's going to drop around the edge of the square though, but Mungret are there in numbers, and away they come with possession. Good defending on show from both sides in the early stage. There's a foul then as well, a foul by Colin Coughlin, and it's great work from the Mungret centre back Billy Molyneux.
Yeah, we're just to grab our own breath here, John. It's a very warm evening here in the Gaelic grounds, but great start by both teams. They're not giving an inch, and that's why we've had no score so far, because defences are really, really tight to their men.
It's Molyneux that delivers downfield again, and it's Ballybrown coming out with it again. Keith Punch, prominent start from Punch at centre back, gets the pass away, and the long clearance comes in. Barry Duff wins it from Mungret, gets a flick in it ahead of Ethan Keys, but it's Mungret again that have it through Jack McCarthy. McCarthy's blocked down. We're going to have another sideline ball, and Tom, both sides really, really up for this game, as expected.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's epitomised by the hooking and blocking we're seeing early on, and yeah, interesting you pick up Keith Punch there. He's highly thought of in Ballybrown. He's playing in the half back line on occasions for the junior team earlier in this season, so he's plenty of exposure to hurling this year, and well, his man's after beating him to this one.
Yeah, it's Liam Lynch, one of the players we picked out before the game. Even though Keith Punch had a great start to the game, Liam Lynch, a very dangerous player, and Tom, an outstanding score to start us off.
Yeah, brilliant opening score, and if that's the calibre of score we're getting this evening, John, we're in for a cracker.
Puck out now from Josh O'Reilly down in front of us. Again it's Mungret that win it, and it's Jack McCarthy, and again it's Mungret in possession with Conor O'Halloran. O'Halloran with the pass. It's a good shot again. It's a good pass, and it's Conor O'Malley with the second score in quick succession. Mungret really starting to settle.
Yeah, Ballybrown haven't really offered us too much in the way of attacking threat. they've just conceded the opening 2 scores here, but I suppose the experience of last year might stand to them in that they know what a final is about in the majority of cases, and they'll be hoping that just arrest this little slide early on in the next couple of minutes.
We'll pause for an injury here to one of the Ballybrown players. Just trying to confirm who that one is. But Tom, you mentioned it, Ballybrown with all that experience from last year. But this Mungret team looked very, very determined.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mungret finished last week's game strongly. I think they were more or less level at the water break with Moanleen, but they pulled clear in that final quarter. They're looking to do the opposite here and set the tone here early with Ballybrown. So bright start by them, and they'll be looking to build on that.
Sharp puck out as Leo O'Reilly gets back to his feet. It's launched straight down the middle. But Billy Molyneux's there for Mungret, and a couple of other players getting in, but it's Molyneux that gets the boot away. But Ballybrown should come up with it, and indeed they do through Mark Mullally. The pass comes across. I think it's Aidan O'Connor with that one, Tom. Aidan O'Connor with this shot, but it's gone to the left and wide, and believe it or not, even from that difficult angle, he'd be very disappointed with that.
Yeah, I think it might have been Mikey Gavin who came away with the shot, the wing back, a man who appeared off the bench in last year's final, and he's normally good for a score, but unfortunately wayward on that occasion.
It's Mungret with Liam Lynch on the attack over on that far side. Lynch now looks to dummy back onto his left hand side, but he's going past Keith Punch there. Punch has given away the free, but Lynch is in and goal, opts to tap it over the bar. It's exactly what he's done. There probably will be a card for Punch as well, Tom, but Mungret into a flying start, 3 points to no score after nearly 6 minutes.
Yeah, brilliant from young Lynch again. That's his second point. I think he only got 1 point from play last week, and he's already doubled that. So definitely a player that Ballybrown are going to need to tighten up on. And yeah, Keith Punch probably deservedly goes into the book there for it was a bit of a wild pull as he was left for dust really by young Lynch there.
Referee David Deedy had no option but to give the yellow card, and the sharp puck out comes to Leo O'Reilly. O'Reilly blocked down by Conor O'Halloran. Ballybrown having to scramble back, and good work from Ned Quinder, just flicks it low out towards Owen Kelly. But Mungret in the early stages are hunting a pack. A good challenge though from Kelly, gets his man, and that was Conor O'Malley, just got the shoulder in, got him over the line. But Ballybrown really need to wake up, Tom.
Absolutely, they've been pinned back by Mungret on their own puck out, the sharp puck outs. I'm sure they've been working other games, but so far Mungret have read them. Mungret, I think, probably held back last week and got to witness the Ballybrown and Doon game, so they probably got to see what Ballybrown were made of from puckouts, and they've certainly set the tone on those and turned the ball over on many occasions. It's
in again now from the midfield. That's Brian O'Mara delivering, but Ned Quinn has the chance to leave the ball go out over the end line. It's going to be a restarted puckout with Josh O'Reilly in the Ballybrown goals. O'Reilly looking to go along with this one. Right down in front of us here, heading towards Aidan O'Connor. So O'Connor versus Jack McCarthy, and it's McCarthy that's done very well. Gets a little flick in to the corner forward, Conor O'Halloran, but it's good work back there from Luke O'Connor from Ballybrown's point of view. Gets the pass away. In possession now is Ethan Keys. He's done well to beat Barry Duff. Ethan Keys now showing great pace, but brilliantly blocked down by Billy Molyneux. Molyneux has the possession once more for Mungret. Gets the clearance away as well. Ballybrown are back there in numbers though, and should be an easy clearance for Leo O'Reilly. Decides to go straight down the middle, does O'Reilly. Colin Coughlin's on his way out from full forward, but it's a Mungret hurley that gets to it, and it's picked up then by Barry Duff. Duff under pressure from Coughlin, flicks it back inside, but Ballybrown are there in numbers, and Mullally comes along to help Coughlin, and away goes Colin Coughlin. He's been tripped, and Tom, the first real chance for a Ballybrown score.
Yeah, Coughlin, as you said already, John, heavily strapped on that left knee. I think it was one of his ligaments had given him trouble in the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks. That's why he's at the edge of the square, but we've just seen there the power of the man. He comes out there, wins the ball and gets tripped, so he gives his comrade Aidan O'Connor Ballybrown's first chance to open their account.
And just down in front of us as well, the Ballybrown mentors, namely Joe O'Connor and Patrick Hartigan, having a little conflab as Aidan O'Connor opens Ballybrown's account. 8.5 minutes gone here at the LIT Gaelic Grounds in the Premier Minor Hurling Championship Final, and it's Mungret leading Ballybrown 3 points to 1. Puck out now coming from Rian Murphy down to that far side. It's won by a Ballybrown hurley, but Mungret pick up the pieces yet again. It's Eamon Flahav, low ball inside, and it's a free out over carrying from the Mungret player, and a chance again, Tom, for Aidan O'Connor. Looks to be coming back for this one, a long distance one, but he'll be confident.
Yeah, there isn't, thankfully for both sides, there isn't too much wind, and the referee he's making sure it goes back to a requisition. Oh, actually he's actually given a free to Mungret.
Yeah, he initially pointed to down towards the city end here for a Ballybrown free, but he's changed his mind now, and a chance for Liam Lynch to get his 3rd point of this evening's contest, and his first from a free.
Yeah, I think 4 frees last week against Monaleen, so he certainly knows where the posts are from place balls. I think the referee there indicated it was a holding by a Ballybrown player, so probably just got his arms mixed up, but in fairness, the right decision in the end.
To the left and wide, there's that one from Liam Lynch, and a chance that he'd be disappointed with. It was a scoreable distance, albeit from a tricky angle, as Josh O'Reilly plays this puck out down in front of us here in the Mackey stand. But again, it's Mungret that have picked up the second ball, and Conor O'Malley. There's space across there, and a chance now for Mungret to get their 4 point. The shot looks to be good. It is indeed good. Brilliant effort from Conor Galvin, and it's another point for Mungret. And Conor Galvin, Tom, has had a fantastic start to this game.
He has. He's extremely busy, and he's rewarded now with his first point of the evening. Great execution there. But he just has the pace, it seems, to lose his man. Ballybrown need to really tighten up on him.
It's Galvin again with this low ball in, and the way they come now, Conor O'Halloran with a bit of space. He's got options. Good defending from Ballybrown. And ball still bobbling around. Chance here for Mungret for the first goal. Brilliant save from Josh O'Reilly. Still there though from a Ballybrown point of view, struggling to clear, and eventually it gets clear. Brilliant work from the Ballybrown keeper, Josh O'Reilly. Did brilliantly to spread himself, and that could have been catastrophic for Ballybrown, as Aidan O'Connor picks up possession on his own 65, delivers in towards the full forward line, but Mungret are there first, like so much in this opening stages. They're there first to everything, as Kieran Kenny delivers this to the half forward, and it's Conor O'Malley again gets the pass away. Shooting chance here for Mungret. Are they 5 points to 1 in front? They certainly are. Brilliant score for Brian O'Mara. And Tom, the panic signals may be in Ballybrown now, right now.
Yeah, they'd be disappointed with the forwards there when the ball did go in. The Mungret men were clearly out in front, and then when it comes down the other end, it's a red shirt again that's out in front. And the scoreboard is starting to worry a small bit, albeit with an awful long way to go, John.
High ball in towards Colin Coughlin. Coughlin has it into his hand. This could mean big trouble for Mungret. He has it on his left. Coughlin, goal! Brilliant goal!
What a goal, John!
Brilliant,
what a finish
from Colin Coughlin. He came in, timed his jump perfectly, had the ability to catch it, stepped past his man, and delivers the most unerring of finishes. Superb.
Yeah, brilliant. And John, look, we were worried about his knee, but his striking ability in his left hand, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. That was clinical, and there's absolutely nothing Rian Murphy could do about it. Game well and truly on here now.
Yeah, 1 point between the sides again. Surely give Ballybrown a lift. They badly need it, and that's exactly why, clearly not fully fit, Colin Coughlin is operating around the edge of the square, as Owen Kelly lines this one up. 1-1 in favour of Ballybrown to Mungret's 5 points. We've 12 minutes played of this Premier Minor Hurling Championship final.
And John, just to touch on your point earlier about the crowd, it may be small, but they're very loud on both sides. Each score has been cheered, and it's great to have that back. We've been at too many games behind closed doors.
Mark Mullally's delivery in towards Coughlin again, can't get it into his hand. It has fallen to a Ballybrown man. The shot comes in, and it's a brilliant score from Paul O'Neill. Excellent work. He was right there in front of the second ball, and a fine finish to boot.
Yeah, O'Neill is actually he's only under 15, John. He's a very, very young player. Probably you probably know by the size of him that he probably isn't up to the level, but he's definitely up to the standard. A fine score there from young O'Neill.
Yeah, it's Ballybrown on the run here. It's a free one over on that far side, and it was Aidan O'Connor that won it, and it'll be probably O'Connor to take it himself, you would imagine, Tom. But really, really big boost was that goal for Ballybrown.
Yeah, it's completely swung the momentum. They're obviously level for the first time on the scoreboard, and now a chance to get their noses in front for the very first time. So it just shows you the ability of young Coughlin, and he's really swung the game, and I'm sure it's given a shot in the arm to the other 14 Ballybrown shirts on the field. So fantastic turnaround, in fairness, in the space of only about 2 minutes.
Aidan O'Connor lines this one up. It's a good strike from Aidan O'Connor, but just like Liam Lynch's a moment ago, in fact not like Liam Lynch's. Thought the umpire was signalling something different. I should have waited. Brilliant score from Aidan O'Connor from that free, and Tom Clancy, Ballybrown into the lead for the first time.
Yeah, and a goal on 12, a point from Paul O'Neill, 13, and now a 14-minute free from Aidan O'Connor. So 3 quick minutes, 3 quick scores, and suddenly Ballybrown are in the driving seat.
Shot comes in from Conor O'Halloran. It's an absolute beauty.
Exquisite
Conor
score,
O'Halloran. He's been threatening it in fairness, the whole Mungret full forward line. Conor O'Halloran and Conor Galvin, the two corner forwards in particular, really, really on form. And that just shows you can't give them any bit of space.
No, all he needs is half a yard, and he jinked one way back onto his right side, which I assume is his favourite side, and without hesitation splits the sticks. And it's great to see that umpire sprinted to the flag, because it was a worthy score.
Low ball inside to Coughlin again, he's met by Oran O'Dwyer, and Ballybrown have possession though. Good block down there from the Mungret defence. Ball's played low and it's in possession again. Neither side able to win clean possession at the moment, battling like, I don't know really to be finishing that one, but as Coughlin wins it again. Brilliant catch from Coughlin, he's on the run. Danger again here, he's been fouled. And Tom, I'll put it very simply, anytime Colin Coughlin has the ball, A, there's panic in the Mungret defence, and B, Ballybrown look very, very threatening.
Yeah, I think if I was doing the stats tonight, John, I think it would be the third possession he's had. He's won a free in the first one, he's got a goal with the second one, and now he's won a free with the third one. So he's definitely creating panic in that Mungret defence, and a routine enough opportunity for Aidan O'Connor to put Ballybrown back in front. We're a few moments away from the water break, which I think you've gone to early, John, yourself. But yeah, it's a very intriguing contest we have here.
Aidan O'Connor makes no mistake to land his third free of this evening's contest and puts Ballybrown back into the lead as referee David Deedy does stop play for the water break. And Tom, a breathless 15 or so minutes.
Fantastic. This grade, the minor grade, is always a fantastic grade because you have fellas who really know each other's games inside out because they've been playing together for the best part of a decade in a lot of cases. And again, it's catching my ear, John, every time. It's great to hear, the Mungret spectators are over to our right hand side here. They're cheering their boys in. They're only a point down. They've hurled very, very well, and in Ballybrown's case, they get another cheer as well because they've turned this around in the space of 5 minutes, and they're ahead by just 1 point.
Just to mention the crowd again, there's only 100 in from each team, as well as the 40 or so officials. Players and officials, I should say. It's fantastic to see, albeit a bigger crowd we would have loved to have seen here at the LIT Gaelic grounds, but not possible given the current restrictions in place, Tom. But just to emphasise it further, it's fantastic to hear any bit of a crowd at a game. We've been at plenty recently where there hasn't been any. Yeah,
and John, I've obviously we were the lucky ones who got to get to see the games in the flesh. But unfortunately, there was no one there to see him with us, and it's great that we were able to stream games and catch up elsewhere online and like that thing. But there's nothing that can beat being at a game, to be honest. I know Ballybrown had a draw for their tickets last night. I'm sure Mungret had equal probably headaches in giving out their handful, but it's great that close family members, fathers and mothers, and probably brothers and sisters in a couple of cases get to come in and see the game, and long may it continue.
A very small light in what has been a very dark period over the last few months around the world, and of course locally as well. Tom, we've a 1 point lead for Ballybrown just as David Deedy calls the players back onto the field. Mungret really haven't done anything wrong.
No, they haven't, and even the goal, there was very little they could have done about the goal. Colin Coughlin just put up his left hand, plucked it out of the sky, and even to credit to Rian Murphy in goal, he dived for it. It was such an accurate and powerful strike into that top corner. There was, I think, if you two fellas on the line, they'd have struggled to keep it out. The scores, they're giving away a couple of frees, all right. That's one thing they will have to watch, but their forward line are humming, and I think there's probably more in them, in fairness.
More delivery will be Mungret's tonic maybe for the second quarter of this opening half as Rian Murphy plays this one over the far side up for Ballybrown winning it, and they're on the run here again. Ballybrown really in the ascendancy at the moment. The low one in towards Colin Coughlin, brilliant touch, but good work again from the fullback Oran O'Dwyer, and it's Billy Molyneux trying to win it again for Mungret, but it's won eventually by Barry Duff, and Duff delivers towards O'Halloran once more, doesn't get this one to hand though. But again, Conor O'Malley, they're really, really doing well. That's more like it from Ballybrown and Kelly, and it's cleared then by Owen Kelly. Brilliant clearance. And on the attack come Ballybrown and Ethan Keys, and we've seen already his pace. Ethan Keys with pace to burn. Does he have the accuracy as well? Looks good from our angle here. The umpire confirms it, and it's Ballybrown into a 2 point lead for the first time.
Yeah, clean pair of heels from young Keys. He got a point in last year's final. I think it was similar enough score in the fact that he just ghosted his man with those with the pace he has, and brilliant score there off his right. He's coming into the game, in fairness.
Kelly trying to win this one for Ballybrown, but immediately once the ball didn't come up first time under severe pressure, and away come Ballybrown again with Keith Punch does well to get away from a couple of Mungret defenders, but the pass didn't go to hand, and it's Brian O'Mara delivering over towards Conor O'Halloran on that far side. Sorry, Conor Galvin. It's Liam Lynch goes in, and Leo O'Reilly came out to meet Liam Lynch, and Tom, that's a foul all day long.
Absolutely, yeah. He in fairness to him, he was attempting to play the ball, but he was extremely late as the Mungret player flicked it away from him, and it looks like the second of the Ballybrown's back six are going to be into the referee's notebook, and I don't think he can have any complaints.
David Deedy opting to certainly take Yeah, he has taken Leo Riley's name and he's followed it with a yellow card. So that's 2 yellow cards in the Ballybrown back 6, as Tom Clancy mentioned, and Liam Lynch setting up now for what would be his 3rd free of this contest as well. And bring Mungret to within a point of Ballybrown. It's a good strike from Lynch, and right over the black spot, and we've another score for Mungret St. Paul's. Ballybrown leading 1-5 to 7 points.
Yeah, first from a free from Lynch. Two in the opening 6 minutes from play. He'd be delighted to settle the frees. He did miss the first one from a tricky angle, so he'd be delighted to get his name on the score sheet from a place ball.
Yeah, it's Killian Archer from Mungret in possession. He's half blocked down though, and it's Ballybrown coming away with it with Mikey Gavin. Brilliant block down on Gavin, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Ballybrown over on that far side.
Yeah, we've only 20 minutes gone, John, and it must be noted the amount of hooking and blocking from both teams. They seem to be very well drilled in those skills of the game, and it's just making every defender's life difficult if a forward is going to be on you like that. He's going to be blocking your strike. So yeah, it's a fantastic skill so far.
Low one from Aidan O'Connor heading towards Mark Mullally for Ballybrown. Mullally's done well. It comes back to O'Connor. Good step from O'Connor. 2 Mungret players took the dummy. He's on his left hand side. Been flicked off his hurley though. Good defending from Brian O'Mara, and another chance for O'Connor to deliver from this sideline cut. Tom, he'll be open for a better strike than the last one.
Yeah, the last one just never really got off the ground. He'll be hoping that was just a bit of a warm-up effort. He's much closer to the goal. I'd say he'll be half thinking Colin Coughlin's hand. He'll also be half thinking he can put this through the stick. So it'll be interesting to see can he get a better contact.
Doesn't work out that way, but it has fallen to Mark Mullally. Mullally with a good hand pass back to Aidan O'Connor. Chance for O'Connor. Looks good from here again from Aidan O'Connor. Brilliant score from the Ballybrown number 8. And back into a 2-point lead. Tom, he'll score them all day long. Absolutely.
The fact he took the line ball meant that no one could be near him, and good play by Mark Mullally to dish the ball back to him, and an exquisite score to push them back to front again.
21 minutes played here. Ballybrown leading Mungret 1-6 to 7 points in the Premier Minor Hurling Championship final here at the LIT Gaelic Grounds. Of course, this game being streamed live and exclusively on Limerick GAA with thanks to Q3, the Q3 group. Ball comes in now for Mungret. Up goes Conor O'Malley. Can't win it though. Initially the ball bobbling around. Killian Archer's there from a Mungret point of view. Plenty of players involved in it. Neither at the moment able to get up. But Ballybrown doing the end. It's Mikey Gavin coming away with it. Gets the pass away, but Mungret are there in numbers. Brilliant work from both sides, it has to be said. Eventually comes back to Jack McCarthy. McCarthy gets the shot away, looking for his second score. Brilliantly taken score from Jack McCarthy. And Tom, you're not going to see too many better points than that tonight.
No, lovely score, and again the work way the forwards to not let Ballybrown out easily means that they're going to get opportunities to split the sticks, and again they're just not letting Ballybrown away. Ballybrown have led by 2 on a couple of occasions, and Mungret have answered them back straight away each time.
It's Coughlin in possession again now though for Ballybrown. Brilliant block again from Oran O'Dwyer, really sticking to his task, and Barry Duff about to complete the clearance for Mungret. Instead he opts to run with it and deliver now towards Conor O'Halloran. O'Halloran under pressure from Leo O'Reilly. O'Halloran plays it in towards the middle. There's room for Brian O'Mara, and O'Mara takes off. Beats Luke O'Connor. Gets the shot away. Does Brian O'Mara. That's the levelling score for Mungret St. Paul's. Brilliant work from Brian O'Mara to finish off. Brilliant team move all over, and it all came from Oran O'Dwyer's block on Colin Coughlin.
Yeah, we're going back to the block party again, John. Another good piece of defensive play means that Mungret can come up the field and level the game again. Ballybrown management just below is looking for a little bit more from their team. They know it's in them, but a great catch there.
Aidan O'Connor with an absolutely stunning catch, and as O'Connor on the run, brilliant work, gets the shot away. Is it on target? Just goes to the left and wide. Their work before it deserved a score, but from Ballybrown's point of view, just doesn't come off on that occasion. Although a stunning catch, stunning move, just didn't have the finish on that occasion as Rian Murphy plays a long one down towards the middle, goes inside the 65. 2 Mungret players up. The loose one for Ballybrown is Luke O'Connor, and O'Connor delivers. Good ball from him straight into the corner forward. The pass comes to Mark Mullally. Mullally on the run now, big man, hard to stop. He's got a man inside. Goal chance maybe developing for Ballybrown here. Shot comes in, saved by Rian Murphy, just gets a block to it. It was Jamie Behan's shot. The Mungret keeper's done well. He's under pressure with the clearance though, and it falls to Bobby Smith. Smith doesn't get a clean connection, and Mungret should deal with this one, and that's exactly what to do as the clearance comes to Barry Duff. Duff with a low one towards Conor O'Malley. O'Malley's there to it first ahead of Owen Kelly. Good turn from O'Malley. Low one up towards Liam Lynch. Lynch under severe pressure from Keith Punch. Brilliant defensive work from Punch, but O'Malley is there, Lynch is there, plenty of team players on both sides there. It's O'Kelly that gets a hurley to it. Trojan work from the Ballybrown defence, and eventually Kelly just getting it out over the sideline.
Yeah, they know Liam Lynch is the danger man. They don't want to give him an inch. Keith Punch didn't give him an inch, and then young Kelly didn't give much either. So lovely, another great passage to play, because Ballybrown had two opportunities to take. First of all, they were looking for a goal, then a point, but the execution of the shot probably wasn't ideal, and Mungret able to clear.
Yeah, it's Brian O'Mara's delivery in from that sideline cut. It's eventually fallen to It's a great score, another excellent score from Conor Galvin. It's the second point of this evening's contest, Tom. We ducked underneath from the pylon from our commentary box there, and we just saw it pop over the bar. Another fine score though, and Mungret back into the lead. Yeah,
the shot measured to perfection, you could say, John. He just got exactly what you need on it, just dropping over young O'Reilly's goal. O'Reilly was just trying to get his hurley up to it, but it was just a perfectly weighted shot that it split the sticks.
Yeah, it's Ballybrown on the attack again. Brilliantly won by Mark Mullally, showing all his strength there. Gets it to Aidan O'Connor. Low one from Aidan O'Connor. Good one from Aidan O'Connor though. Another score for him. We're level for the fourth time, Tom.
Yeah, again, young Mullally, I know his father from Q3 sponsored this tonight. He's very, very good player is Mullally. He laid it off there brilliantly. Didn't look for his own score. He played his teammate Aidan O'Connor in space, and Aidan O'Connor doesn't need a second opportunity from there to split the sticks.
Liam Lynch with a low one in towards the corner forward again, and again it's Conor Galvin coming with it for Mungret. Gets the flick away, and it's Brian O'Mara. O'Mara with another shooting chance for Mungret, puts them back into the lead. And Tom, the quality of scores on show so far in the opening nearly 26 minutes has been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, we had to wait 4 minutes for the first one, John. The way it was going, it looked to be defences on top, but since then the forwards have really grown into it on both sides, and as you say, the score taken it's been phenomenally from both sides.
Brian O'Mara with that one, as Colin Coughlin on the run again for Ballybrown. He tries a high one, does Coughlin. It's gone to the left and wide. An ambitious one from Colin Coughlin on that occasion, goes to the left and wide.
Yeah, he just came out there for the puck out, probably Ballybrown looking for something a little bit different, and a bit unlucky there with the effort. Again, good pressure. He's followed the whole way out by Odrin O'Dwyer, and Coughlin just a little bit wayward.
Keith Punch first to this puck out for Ballybrown. Luke O'Connor's lost his hurley, and Liam Lynch has it. A Lynch in his hand. This could spell danger. He's got a free man in front of him, and away they come through Jack McCarthy. McCarthy on the run. Goal chance here for Mungret. Maybe the pass doesn't go to hand. He has been fouled, or Jack McCarthy, and there could be a bit of trouble for one of the Ballybrown defenders on top of it.
Yeah, just waiting to see exactly who's calling out. I think it's Lee O'Reilly who's going to be called out there for bringing play back. No, he's let him off. He's just given him a little bit of a talking to, but nothing too serious on that. So it should be a routine opportunity for a white flag for Mungret. This game is really ebbing and flowing, John. Neither side is capable. Well, I think both sides are capable of pulling away, but neither side is letting them.
As Liam Lynch with the relatively straightforward point from the free. Just over 27 minutes played now. It's Mungret into a 12 points to 1-7 lead against Ballybrown in this Premier Minor Hurling Championship final at the LIT Gaelic Grounds, as Josh O'Reilly launches this one. It's towards Aidan O'Connor. He's got all the time in the world to take this one on, and it's still O'Connor on the run. Gets the pass away to Mullally. Mullally has options on his left. He goes right instead. Comes to Bobby Smith. Smith with the shot. It's a fine score from Smith. It's gone to the right and wide. From our angle it looked to be over, Tom.
Yeah.
Ballybrown certainly aren't happy with that one. Either way, the umpires waved it wide and the referee isn't changing. The quick puck out comes though for Mungret St. Paul's, and it's Billy Molyneux, and maybe the referee, thinking that point should have been given, is pull Billy Molyneux up for steps. Either way, chance for Aidan O'Connor.
Yeah, chance
put
for
one between them again.
Chance for Ballybrown, I suppose, to make amends, or whatever we want to put it, for that wide. They were aggrieved here in front of us. Was Patrick Hartigan and Joe O'Connor about that. Now their position probably wasn't as good as ours, but I certainly thought from up here, John, that it had just snuck inside that right post. But a chance for Ballybrown to get their 8 point anyway.
It's exactly what Aidan O'Connor has done. Straight from One of the more easier frees he's had tonight, and we're a 1 point game yet again. Ballybrown 1-8, Mungret 12 points in the dying embers of this first half. Huge puck out from Rian Murphy over towards that far side. And it's a Ballybrown man that's got to it. And Mikey Gavin with the hurley, but it just goes out over the end line, or sideline I should say. We're going to have 3 minutes of added time as Patsy Coffey shows the electronic board. 3 minutes plus the water break, so plenty of time still left in this first half, Tom.
Yeah, as we saw already, John, plenty can happen in 2 or 3 minutes, so both sides will need to keep their concentration between the half as Mungret are in now.
Chance now for Mungret, goal chance again, second time shot, brilliant save from O'Reilly. The second time that O'Reilly has made a stunning point blank save, and he's got Ballybrown off the hook yet again here as they come away with through Luke O'Connor. Luke O'Connor still in possession for Ballybrown. Indeed, it was Killian Archer's shot as Mungret have it back again. It comes to Conor O'Halloran. Conor O'Halloran makes up for it with the point in the end, but Tom McGill's edge goal chance goes a begging for Mungret.
Such power in the shot. There probably wasn't the accuracy he was looking for to the corner like we saw with Coughlin's goal, but nevertheless it needed saving, and it was what a save by Josh O'Reilly. If I recall from last year's final, he made 2 or 3 brilliant saves to keep doing at bay. He's done similar here, albeit the Ballybrown find themselves 2 points down now.
Yeah, but it's Ballybrown in possession with Mikey Gavin on that far side. High one in from Mikey Gavin. Billy Monlow's going back for Mungret, but Coughlin is there for Ballybrown. Doesn't get it cleanly though, ball bobbling around. It's Bobby Smith that has it. This time Smith leaves no argument with the umpires. Brilliant score from Bobby Smith. Quick flick of the wrist, Tom. And we've a 1 point game yet again.
Yeah, Smith he's another young man. I think he's only under 16 still, John, but he's a big under 16 player, to be fair to him, and he would have been disappointed to have a wide a minute ago, but he's made amends there with a lovely score.
It's Mungret again on the attack, but it was Conor O'Malley brilliantly dispossessed from Luke O'Connor. A key punch switches play. It's a good ball over to that far side, and it's Ethan Keys with it for Ballybrown. Opposite switch it in towards Colin Coughlin. You can't blame him for that one. Again, Oran O'Dwyer is there. Brilliant pick up from Coughlin though. On the way back out, and it's Colin Coughlin. Shooting chance for Colin Coughlin. He had a man on his left hand side, but Coughlin has put that one straight over the bar. Brilliant score. And Tom, he looks to be operating now back out at centre forward, closer to where we expected it to play, and Mark Mullally's gone back inside.
Yeah, what a score from Coughlin. It was the pickup that made it, John. We've seen those pickups for senior inter-county players like David Dempsey and Grod Hegarty earlier this year, if you recall. Lovely little chop into the hand, and he just gave him that extra second to split the sticks.
Mungret on the attack again now, and it's Conor Galvin. Galvin goes for it. Happy enough to take the point in the end, maybe. Another one for Conor Galvin. A real big thorn in this Ballybrown defence so far.
Yeah, the pace that's been seen both sets of forwards, and I think in particular many of the Mungret forwards, Galvin just losing his man at ease, and I think, John, he was probably half thinking a goal, but when you hit him like that, sometimes a point will do, and you'll definitely get the point from it.
14 points to 110 in favour of Mungret. It's Aidan O'Connor again on the run. Aidan O'Connor, be a brilliant score from O'Connor, but it's gone to the right and wide. Big chance for Ballybrown to get level for what would have been a 5th time, but just off his left hand side, didn't go where he planned, and Mungret hold on to that 1 point lead. But Tom, again, we mentioned it 10 or so minutes ago, the quality of this game, there's point scoring, score taking all over the park, work rate, it has absolutely everything.
Yeah, we must again, I must have mentioned that pick up there by Aidan O'Connor, another man who just chopped it into his hand. Unfortunately it just tailed off, but he's back on the ball again.
So O'Connor now gets away from Jack McCarthy with ease. He'll be looking for this one to go straight over. He doesn't leave any chance again. Straight over the black spot. We're level for a 5th time in this absolutely brilliantly entertaining Premier Minor hurling final, and we're all square again.
Yeah, John, it must be noted that on both sides we've seen fellas disappointed with either wides or they've been blocked, and in every occasion nearly it seems like they've come back a minute later and done something, and again Aidan O'Connor takes the puck out.
Brilliant work from O'Connor yet again. He's met with a hefty challenge from Brian O'Mara. It didn't bother him in the slightest. Maybe it did after all. The shot was poor one from Aidan O'Connor, certainly very high standards, and it goes to the right and wide, and that kind of has lifted Mungret a little bit. The referee David Deedy is calling for the ball. It's half time here at the LIT Gaelic grounds. 1-11 to Ballybrown, 14 points to Mungret St. Paul's. Tom, we're going to take a breath in a moment or so, but that's been an absolutely stunning half of hurling here, and you know, nothing between the sides.
Yeah, dead level again, John. I think both sets both sets of management will be happy with their lot. They'll be hoping to just cut out the few mistakes in the wides. We're in for a cracking second 30 in this minor final.
Yeah, we'll be back with the second half.
Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here, and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that, and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Caherline have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club.
Welcome back to the LIT Gaelic Grounds, where it's half-time in the Premier Minor Hurling Championship final, and it's all square between Ballybrown and Mungret St. Paul's. 111 to Ballybrown, 14 points to Mungret St. Paul's. Tom Clancy, we mentioned it just there before the advert break. Stunning game of hurling so far.
Cracking, John, and I've yet to be proved right about the draw at full time, but I mean, you'll be a brave man to bet against that now. What a game of hurling we've had. Both sides, both sets of forwards they're relentless. If they, as I said just before the break there, if they miss, their heads aren't gone down. They're getting the next ball. They're doing their best to put that one back over the bar. Defenders, they're doing their best, but I mean, there is some seriously fast forwards on show from both sides, and it's absolutely no surprise that we're level at halftime.
On the other hand of it, Mungret with 2 big goal chances, Ballybrown with 1. They took theirs, but Josh O'Reilly, the Ballybrown goal, has made 2 stunning saves. Yeah,
one with the foot. He came out and narrowed the angle, and you know, the shot probably wasn't what Mungret were hoping for, but O'Reilly made it difficult and he got a good foot to it. The second one then, such power in it. He got the hurley up so quick. Normally those ones are past the goalkeeper before they can blink. Got the hurley up. Great reactions and a great save. Games can swing on moments like that. Ballybrown have had probably 1 real goal chance, and Colin Coughlin absolutely stuck it. What a finish into the top corner. He doesn't need a second invitation. He got 1-1 last week. He has 1-1 in 30 minutes so far. Mungret are obviously aware of his danger. I think everyone would be, but they're going to just need to limit that service of ball to him, and then when he does get it, they're going to really need to make sure that he doesn't get another opportunity like that, because he will take it.
Despite the missed goal chances, very impressive from Mungret's forwards and midfield. 6 different scorers I think they have.
Yeah, there's different guys showing up at different times. O'Mara, even from midfield, has come into it. Lynch was on target with a couple of frees. Liam Lynch, or a couple of points from play. Sorry, in the opening exchanges. Different guys are putting their hands up. Conor Galvin, Conor O'Halloran. There's plenty on show from their forwards. They have the winning of this game. It's literally who can. It's going to be a shootout in the second half. Who can outscore the other one, really?
It's going to be see who blinks first as we head back towards the middle of the park for the second half of this game. Referee David Deedy just taking his time and coming back into his position. Both sets of teams coming back into their positions. Ballybrown already lined up, just waiting on the referee, and for once, Tom, it's waiting on the referee rather than the players, which makes a welcome change from what we're used to. But it has to be said as well, we mentioned the referee before the game. He's had a solid game so far.
Yeah, he has, and when he's needed to go to the book, he's gone to it. When he hasn't, he's ignored. He's let it off. The frees, there hasn't been too many, and the ones that have been given have been hard won, or they've been obviously deserved. So credit to him. Hopefully it'll be another free throwing second half, and he can contribute to that, in fairness.
We just looking around waiting for the referee. Indeed, there's no sign of him as of yet. And there's no dressing rooms open here at the LIT Gaelic grounds. One of his linesmen is out, Mike Sexton. They're down by the subs benches. David Deedy is back with us, the man from Brewery, just about to re-enter the playing area here at the LIT Gaelic grounds, Tom. But we mentioned before the game, we now have the full floodlights on. We didn't at the start of the game. The conditions are ideal for hurling, but there will be a bit of dew on the ground now. We're in mid-September. There's bound to be a bit of dew. May play its part towards the end of the game.
Yeah, and I do hope for both sets of sides that it isn't a slip or something like that cost the team their chance at silverware here. Hopefully it won't play a factor, but it is something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it's going to be Mungret playing from left to right as you see it on screen, playing in towards the City goal, with Ballybrown playing into the Clare end from right to left. As referee David Deedy ready to throw this one in, and we're back underway here as Colin Coughlin has it for Ballybrown. As Coughlin on the run takes on a couple of Mungret defenders, still has it as Coughlin does well to get away, blocked indeed, but brilliant pickup again from Coughlin, albeit has to get it to second time. There's more great work from Eamon Flaherty from Mungret St. Paul, but Coughlin still wins it and delivers one over towards Eaton Keys and Barry Duff. Very good first half, in like a flash to dispossess Keys, and now he's battling with Mikey Gavin to win this, but it's Gavin that's come up and hooked brilliantly back there by Killian Archer, and it's Archer that has it again. Of course, had that goal chance for Mungret, but he's played this one in low towards Conor Galvin. Galvin flicks it back inside. It's not going to go to plan, and Keith Punch picks up an easy one for Ballybrown. Surely been fouled at the Ballybrown side, and referee says no, it's delivered long in towards Mark Mullally. Mullally's there with Oran O'Dwyer back there. Mullally gets it flicked with. Billy Molyneux's there for Mungret though, and Molyneux now fighting to win this one. Ballybrown there in numbers as well. It's eventually fallen to Colin Coughlin, using his strength to get away from his man. Gets the shot away, and that's 1-2 for Colin Coughlin. And Tom, Ballybrown into the lead with the first score of the second half.
Yeah, and it's that man Coughlin again. In fairness to him, his knee is heavily strapped, but at times you really wouldn't know it. He's such a powerful player. He's a really, really big man. If you meet him up close and personal, you'd know the size of him. Brilliant score there, and that's 1-2 for him now.
Yeah, it's Mungret now after the pucker from Rian Murphy, and Barry Duff winning possession. Just can't do anything. He was on the ground in trouble. Tried to hand pass it away. Didn't go anywhere near one of his teammates and only met the sideline. And we're going to have a line ball for Ballybrown and Aidan O'Connor. As Ballybrown with the opening score this half, Tom, puts them back into the lead as O'Connor lines this one up from midfield.
Yeah, they were a little bit slow in the first half to get going, and Mungret really dominated the first maybe 5-6 minutes, but I think Patrick Artigan and his backroom team there they'd have been hoping for a fast start to the second half, and thankfully for them, they've got it. Yeah,
good cut from Aidan O'Connor there. Out to it was Paul O'Neill, but doesn't win it, and it's Brian O'Mara completes it for Mungret. High one in, it's dropped well for Conor Galvin. Ballybrown man Leo O'Reilly was there first, but doesn't get it up to Galvin. He's giving Leo O'Reilly a chance to win it, and O'Reilly duly obliging at the moment, making sure his man doesn't win it. It's come out to Killian Archer though. Archer switches it towards the middle, looking for Darrow Hagan. A very quiet first half, but Ballybrown through Ned Quinn win it, and it's Quinn plays a short one out to his halfback, It's Keith Punch who has it now for Ballybrown. Punch doing very well. Plays it across to Mikey Gavin. He's got time and space, does Gavin. He's got options in front of him. Luke O'Connor with an easy ball. Goes long instead for Mullally. Mullally can break this one. It falls well. It's Bobby Smith. Has he been fouled? The referee says yes. Has to be a penalty. It was definitely inside the 14 metre line.
He's just going to have a look now, John.
He's going in to have a look as the referee. He's given the free. So if it's inside, he's going to check with his umpire on the near side, Tom. If this is a penalty, it's a huge, huge moment in this game.
Absolutely is, John. And from our point of view, it did look like it was in. Now, I think he's going to confirm that for us, I think, any second now. It is a penalty, yeah. And in fairness, I think it was it Paul O'Neill or Bobby Smith? I'm not sure which of them it was.
It was Mikey Gavin's long delivery in towards Mark Mullally, beat him and Oran O'Dwyer, and it fell to Bobby Smith, who just as he was trying to pull the trigger was fouled, and it's a penalty now for Ballybrown and Aidan O'Connor to take. They lead 112 to 14 points. With 3.5 minutes played of the second half in this Premier Minor Hurling Final. Of course, Ballybrown holders as O'Connor lines this one up. It's a good strike. It's into the net from Aidan O'Connor, and Ballybrown lead by 4. Brilliant finish. And Tom, a huge moment in this game.
Brilliant finish by O'Connor. He, in fairness to the goalkeeper, he kind of half guessed where it was going, but it was so powerful and so low that he had little chance, and that's a very, very, very important score because it pushes Ballybrown 4 clear for the very first time in the game.
212 to 14 points in favour of Ballybrown as Luke O'Connor delivers this one to the dangerous Mark Mullally. Mullally slips and Oran O'Dwyer is there to mop up for Mungret. O'Dwyer met by Colin Coughlin. It's good work from O'Dwyer though. Brilliant block from Ethan Keys. Falls to Coughlin, and Coughlin has it again. Shooting chance maybe for Coughlin. He's well hooked though. Good work from the Mungret St. Paul's defender. It was Barry Duff that got the hook in and let off for Mungret, because Coughlin would have fancied himself for scoring that one.
Yeah, he would have, and we saw with the earlier point down in front of us here, he's well kept from that distance, but as you say, credit to Barry Duff. He got a lovely hook on it, and that's Ballybrown's first half wide of the second half.
Straight down the middle from Rian Murphy. Big hand goes up from Killian Archer, but it eventually breaks to Brian O'Mara. O'Mara flicks it inside. It's Conor Galvin he's aiming for. It's Galvin out in front of Leo O'Reilly. Conor Galvin now on the run. Turns back onto his right hand side. Good turn from Conor Galvin. Does he have to finish the match? He certainly does. Another fine score from Conor Galvin, and just what Mungret needed.
Yeah, I was just going to say it there, John. They badly need a score. Not that the game is gone or anything like that. It just they knew they just need to stem the Ballybrown momentum. A bit like what Ballybrown did to them in the first half when Mungret had opened up their early advantage. Ballybrown got a score and it settled them, and hopefully for Mungret that will do that again.
It's Brian O'Mara picks up the loose ball for Mungret, flicks it ahead. It's not going to go to Killian Archer though. That's Mikey Gavin is over there for Ballybrown. Can't control it though, and it goes out for a sideline ball for Mungret over on that far side that Brian O'Mara is lining up. Pretty much on midfield. Wouldn't be expecting to maybe score from here, but looking to cause a bit of danger and drop it around at 21 if possible. It's not the best of strikes though, it goes short. And Ballybrown should pick this one up. It's good work back there though by Mungret. Ballybrown there in numbers, but Mungret still come out with it, and there's been a foul. It's a foul on Liam Lynch, and it's going to be a free for Mungret Tomlin, and a chance to reduce it further to 2 points.
Yeah, just a chance for a second on the trot, and looks like Ballybrown maybe making a couple more positional switches in their forward line and trying to just get a little bit more now. I think Jamie Behan's gone into the corner there now, and Jamie's actually new to Ballybrown this year. He would have played with Clown Palace-Kenry previously, so they'll be just hoping to get a tune out of him in the corner there as Paul O'Neill goes out to wing forward.
Yeah, it's going to be Liam Lynch to line this one up for Mungret, trailing 212 to 15 points. Fine strike from Liam Lynch. Over the bar it goes, and we have a 2-point game yet again, but another fine strike from Liam Lynch. Yeah,
and both free takers, Aidan O'Connor for Ballybrown and Liam Lynch for Mungret St. Paul's, are really on song today, in fairness to them, and you know that's just going to be another warning to the Ballybrown defence. You just can't be giving away sloppy frees, and I think that was for a push in the back, that one.
And it's more sloppy play from Ballybrown. Josh O'Reilly with the sharp puck out, unable to be kept in play by Leo O'Reilly, and just putting a bit more pressure on themselves. Needless pressure, it has to be said. And we're going to have Brian O'Mara line this one up, and this one from just 30 metres or so over on that far side. And a chance for Mungret, maybe if he gets a good connection with this one, could land it around the edge of the square, or maybe go all the way over the bar. It's a good cut, it's a dangerous one in and around the square. Leo O'Reilly's there for Ballybrown, do well to get away with that, and he has done. Foul on Leo O'Reilly. Good work from the corner back wearing number 7. Made a mistake, got conceded a sideline cut, He made up for it there. Good play to win possession back and draws the foul from the Mungret. Forward, and we're going to restart with a free for Rob O'Brien right on the 21-metre line. And a fine strike from Rob O'Brien. That's going to land at the opposite 21.
Huge strike in fairness.
Huge effort from him. But Mungret are their numbers, and Billy Molyneux is there, gets the clearance away. They'll do well to keep this one in play. And it's Brian O'Mara. Good work though from Owen Kelly. He was there first with O'Mara and Darragh O'Hagan inside him. And Quinn just took ball and all, got a foot to it, out over his island and averted some danger.
Yeah, it has, and it gives everyone a chance, John, just to get there to the position again, get their breath back. This has been a relentless 38 minutes of hurling, and I'm really looking forward to the last 20 because it really is, it's there for either side.
Another poor one from Brian O'Mara. Ballybrown are there first with Nate Quinn. Great work from the fullback. Can he get the strike away? He can. Plays it in towards Mark Mullally yet again. Mullally misses this one. Oran O'Dwyer has it now for Mungret. Good pressure from Mullally, but just over exuberant with his challenge in the end. And it's going to be a free for Mungret St. Paul's.
Probably a little bit over eager, John, to make up for the fact that he had just lost the flight of the ball when it came in and concedes the free.
Rob O'Brien is there, gets the flick away for Ballybrown, and Mikey Gavin completes the clearance to Luke O'Connor. O'Connor steps back inside onto his left hand side, delivers a long one straight down the middle, looking towards Ethan Keys. Keys misses it, but there for Mungret is Eamon Flahav, and Flahav gets the clearance away, low one towards Brian O'Mara. O'Mara has it now, bit of time and space for O'Mara, delivers it low towards Galvin again. Conor Galvin, a constant thorn in the Ballybrown side, doesn't win this one though, and Mikey Gavin comes away into the middle to Colin Coughlin. Coughlin now on the run, has it at midfield. Coughlin delivers, and it's a low one in towards Bobby Smith. Smith misses it. Mullally's quick to it though, and we'll get to it first ahead of Oran O'Dwyer. Mullally onto his right hand side with the shot, and is it a score from Mark Mullally? It certainly is. He was quick to it, Tom. He was first to it. He pounced on Bobby Smith's mistake, his teammate's mistake, and a fine finish to boot.
Yeah, that's the second point for Mullally. One now in either half. He's been busy. He set up a couple of other scores as we saw in the first half. Lovely score from him there, and it just gives Ballybrown, just stops the rot a little bit because they'd gone maybe 5 or 6 minutes without a score.
Yeah, 3-point lead yet again for Ballybrown here. His possession is battled for on their 21-metre line. It's Liam Lynch that has it for Mungret. Lynch now back towards Darragh O'Hagan. O'Hagan hasn't had a score so far, hasn't had a shot so far. He has now. Brilliant finish from the Mungret number 14. He's out around the half-forward line, Tom, to try and get him into the game. And that's how to do it.
Yeah, angles mean little to him there. He's a tight enough angle to this near touchline, and just ask the umpire, put up the white flag because I'm going to spit him. But Ethan Keys on the attack again.
Yeah, it's on the attack is Ethan Keys, as Tom Clancy mentioned. Does he have the finish? The umpires say he does, just like that. The 2-point lead becomes 3 yet again. Brilliant finish and run from Ethan Keys.
Yeah, we've alluded to his pace a couple of times already, John. He's he got so much time there, and he's a good striker of the ball too. That's his second point.
And it's Ballybrown now really with the bit between their teeth as Kelly gets another boot to this that ends up over the sideline. Second time in the space of a few minutes. And Darragh O'Hagan is over this one for Mungret. Brian O'Mara tells him, yeah, that's fine, belt away, I've had enough of that, as Robbie Gardner looks ready to come on for Ballybrown.
Yeah, he's a pacey enough player as Robbie. He's been playing junior B hurling as well, so he's more than capable at this level, I'm sure. So a big call to bring him in at this point, but I think Ballybrown are looking for a little bit more from their forwards.
And just as you asked for it, Tom, it's delivered by Mark Mullally with a brilliant hook. Back to Colin Coughlin. Coughlin's ambitious shot though, and it's going to tail well to the right and wide as Robbie Gardner gets ready even further to come on. Patrick Hardigan and Joe O'Connor get the attention of the referee, and we're going to see Robbie Gardner introduced. Paul O'Neill goes back into the corner, and I'd imagine it's going to be Jamie Behan.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jamie, just not his night. Sometimes that can happen. The ball can mightn't find its way to you, but he did work hard. Like all the forwards in the Ballybrown side, he's worked hard, and hopefully from his point of view he'll be celebrating in a few minutes. But it's Robbie Gardner who's coming in now to mix things up.
Rian Murphy restarts with a puck out straight down the middle. It goes towards two Ballybrown players. Foot race between Luke O'Connor and Brian O'Mara. O'Mara got to Hurley first, but it's Luke O'Connor that comes away with it for Ballybrown. Switches playing, it's a good ball. Straight into the action is Robbie Gardner. Gardner has it now, he's on the run. delivers a low one into the full forward line towards Bobby Smith, but Mungret are there for Oran O'Dwyer. Clearance isn't the best though, and it's gone out over the sideline. And another sideline cut, Tom, not for the first time in the second half.
Yeah, it makes Ballybrown, or it makes the pitch here look a bit tight, but it's not. It's down to the forwards' work rate. Their clearances are not easy. Balls are being just spilled out over the line, and Aidan O'Connor in no real rush to take it, because there's 3 points to the good, and he'd be aiming for the sticks with this, but young Mullally has gone into the edge of the square, as is Colin Cockton, so they'll be looking for a second ball if it indeed does go short.
Yeah, plenty of options inside for Aidan O'Connor if it does drop short. It's not a good one again though. Gardner does well to just make sure it gets through to Bobby Smith. He's got Aidan O'Connor with him. It's not a good pass from Bobby Smith though. Mungret are there through Barry Duff, and Duff switches it. Conor Galvin is on the run again over there, but it's going to be between Killian Archer and Mikey Gavin. Gavin's got a foot to it, slips, and Conor Galvin gets it in his hand. Brilliant turn for Conor Galvin to beat Lee O'Reilly. It's Galvin on the run again. Chance for Galvin, gets the hand pass into the middle. It's Conor O'Halloran. It's a low one from Conor O'Halloran. Lee O'Reilly, just the hurley seemed to get stuck between his feet. I got the hurley to the shot in the end. It goes out for a 65, but that could have been a disaster for Lee O'Reilly, Tom.
Yeah, it was a low shot. I think it came through a couple of bodies, to be fair, and O'Reilly, I suppose, just did enough to tip it around the post. He looked a bit more panicked than he would have liked, but I suppose he's done his job and he's prevented the ball from trickling into that corner. So a chance for Mungret to cut the gap again with, I think, what is the game's first 65.
Yeah, but there is an injury for Ballybrown over on that far side. I think it's Mikey Gavin is the man that's down. We're waiting to see the result of that. His opposite number, Killian Archer. Of course, there was a foot race between them to win that ball before Conor Galvin did. And it seems like Archer hasn't come out the best out of it. Mikey Gavin walks away from things. He seems to be fine again. Galvin maybe with an ankle problem. Sorry, Archer with an ankle problem by the looks of things over there. But we're going to restart with this 65 for Liam Lynch, and a chance for Mungret and Lynch to reduce Ballybrown's advantage to just 2 points yet again. Strike from Liam Lynch is straight over the black spot. Another fine effort from him, and we have a 2 point game, not for the first time, Tom.
No, and well taken 65. Easier said than done, John, to slot over 65s, especially in a county final, and he made that look very, very easy. We're approaching the water break now, so can either side get another score before then? We're
going to see now with Aidan O'Connor on the run for Ballybrown. So O'Connor gets the shot away. Aidan O'Connor, and we've said it all night long, Tom. Aidan O'Connor on the run. There aren't too many better sides in Limerick. Underage hurling and senior hurling from what we've seen this year as well.
Yeah, I think if my counting is correct, he's 9 points to his name so far. He hit double digits in last year's final. He's a phenomenal forward, so elusive, so skillful, and that was another example of a well taken score.
Of course, he has the penalty to his name as well, so that's 1-9 for Aidan O'Connor in this game for Ballybrown. Real big scoring influence. There's a bit of a meeting, we'll call it, on the sideline between Patrick Hartigan and a number of the Mungret backroom team.
Yeah, he's just getting to know his near neighbours in Mungret. It looked like Robbie Gardner had probably thrown the ball out over the line there before he hit it. That's what certainly what John O'Halloran, the linesman, had said. So it is a Mungret line ball.
Darrow Hagan with his block brilliantly there from O'Kenny, and Darrow Hagan though chips the challenge, gets the shot away. There's Darrow Hagan. That'll be a brilliant score, but it's dropped to Josh O'Reilly, and O'Reilly clears it long. On the run for Ballybrown is Ethan Keys. It's not dealt with fully by Barry Duff, but Billy Molyneux's there, but he's been dispossessed, and it's Colin Coughlin that's done it. Gets the pass away to Ethan Keys. The cries of go for Ethan Keys as he goes on the run. Does what he's told, as Ethan Keys. He's been fouled. A chance for Aidan O'Connor to get to double digits.
Yeah, could bring up 110, which is impressive at any level of hurling, especially in a Premier final, minor final. It probably will bring us to the water break, John, and crucially, I think enough that Ballybrown have answered Mungret's, I suppose, their little fight back with potentially the last two. I don't want to put the hex on him, but it looks like it's going to be the last two scores for Ballybrown, and you know they're going to have a healthy enough lead given the way this game has gone, and a chance to reset at the water break, which I think we're coming to. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, referee David Deedy has called the water break after that free by Aidan O'Connor, and Tom, 22 points, 216 to 18. It's very much Ballybrown in control.
It is, and you know, 4 points I think it's been the largest lead we've had in the game. So 4 points is a big lead in the context of this one. Mungret are definitely not gone from it. Darrow Hagan has certainly come into it in the last maybe 10 or 15 minutes since half time. He's a phenomenal hurler, in fairness to him, but he just hasn't got the service and had the breaks tonight. So there's plenty to be positive about Mungret in this second half, but they're going to need, I think, the next couple of scores really to try and pull Ballybrown back in.
Even with a lead of 4 points, Ballybrown's ease that they're able to score at times so far in this second half and throughout the game, in fact, really does maybe show that Mungret need a goal.
Yeah, they got 3 of them last weekend. Both sides actually got 3-16 in their semi-finals. Mungret, the two, maybe 2.5 chances they've had so far today have been met by an expert goalkeeper really in Josh O'Reilly. He may be somewhat small in stature, but he certainly knows how to command that goal mouth, and he's made two good saves and another routine save there a couple of minutes ago. So Mungret absolutely will need a goal, I think, to bring themselves back into this one. But they're going to need to stop, I suppose, the leakage at the back, because Aidan O'Connor he's running amok there when he gets on the ball, and that's a real challenge that Mungret have, because he's such a phenomenal attacking player, in fairness to him.
And on the other hand of things, Tom, just more of the same from Ballybrown. They don't really need to do much more. They're picking off the points when needed, but that penalty early in the second half proving crucial. Yeah,
and in fairness to the referee, he consulted with his umpires. It was just inside, and I'm sure Mungret will probably be wishing it was just another few inches to the left, and it would have been outside, and it would have just been a tap over free. But yeah, goals win games. We're 18 scores apiece here, John, and it's the 2 goals really that are the difference. As Ballybrown have proved. Goals can win you the game, and I think Mungret are going to need one in this final. It's going to be maybe 13 or 14 minutes.
Yeah, all ready to go here after the water break, where Ballybrown lead this Premier Minor Hurling Championship final 2-16 to 18 points over Mungret. Of course, this stream being brought to you live on and exclusively on Limerick GAA, thanks to the Q3 group.
Ballybrown just made a sub there, John. It looks like Shane O'Neill is coming in. I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to figure out who's gone off. We might see the board in a second. Shane O'Neill is the younger brother of Connor, who is Ballybrown's senior goalkeeper this season, and he actually captained Ballybrown last season. So Mungret have made a sub too.
Yeah, it's Conor O'Malley that's gone off for Mungret St. Paul's.
We're just gonna wait to see who's gone in for Mungret and out for Ballybrown. Patsy Coffey's busy gathering the slips, and I'm sure we'll see in 1 second who exactly has departed.
We'll confirm those as we have it here. Darrow Hagan going up for this one for Mungret St. Paul's. Evades him, though, and evades a couple more. Luke O'Connor has fouled Liam Lynch, though. And the Mungret sub, it's Mark Maroney that's on, wearing number 19 for them. He's replaced Conor O'Malley on the Mungret side. We're just waiting to confirm the Ballybrown one as soon as we can, as Liam Lynch lines this one up, and will hope to reduce Ballybrown's lead to 3 points.
I must stand corrected, John. Shane O'Neill is actually continuing his warm up. He looked primed and ready to be coming in there at the water break, but they've just held out on it for the time being anyway, and we might see Shane O'Neill at a later point.
Liam Lynch lining this one up as he's trying to take the free. Well struck one from Liam Lynch. That's over the bar. It's not. It's gone to the right and wide. Look from our angle to be over. The Mungret crowd thought it was over as well. But it's gone to the right and wide, and Tom, that could prove to be a crucial one.
Yeah, I think Mungret did need the first score. Mungret management can actually just hear them. They're not too happy with that again, but it did tail off to the right, unfortunately.
Bobby Smith now with it for Ballybrown. Just gets a flick to it, and it falls to Paul O'Neill. O'Neill gets the hand pass away to Mark Mullally. It's Mullally on the run. He's got a man inside. This could finish it for the game. Buried into the back of the net. It's Bobby Smith with the goal. And Ballybrown surely now with one hand on the Premier Minor Hurling Championship for a second year running. A brilliantly worked move, brilliantly finished off.
Selfless work from Mark Mullally. He could have probably taken it on himself, but he looks for young Smith, and a lovely little hand pass to Smith and an emphatic finish, John. Absolutely nothing Rian Murphy could do about it. Ballybrown are at that total they got last week, 3-16. Mungret are going to need a couple of green flags, and they're going to need them very, very quick.
Liam Lynch on the run, looking to try and fashion a bit of a chance here. Gets the pass away. Ballybrown are their numbers. It's Leo O'Reilly that comes out with it, and there goes Jack McCarthy. He's been hooked. Ballybrown now hunting in packs in defence. It does fall ball to Conor Galvin. It's a foul though by Rob O'Brien and going to be a free in. And Tom, it's not the worst outcome in the world for Ballybrown there.
No, it's not. It's a difficult angle if Mungret were thinking of a green flag. They'll probably just tap it over because there is maybe 10 minutes all in left, I'd say, on Dave Deedy's watch. So probably just the time, tap it over, try and get the next ball and the next score. But it's exactly what Mungret wouldn't have wanted coming out of a water break. They missed the free, unfortunately, and then Ballybrown rattled their third goal. So disappointing for Mungret.
Yeah, Liam Lynch pops that one over to make it a 6-point game yet again. Ballybrown 3-16, Mungret 19 points. They'll need plenty more from Liam Lynch if they're to get back into this, as Josh O'Reilly plays this one over to the far side. Aidan O'Connor lets it run past him. Brilliant work from Aidan O'Connor. He's got 2 men on him. Decides to make an elaborate step back to evade them too. And Aidan O'Connor with the shot. Just tails to the left and wide. He deserved to have a goal given he scored 110 in this game so far. But there has the referee brought it back for a free. He certainly has. There
were shouts, John, of a hurley throw, and I didn't actually see it. I had my eyes had moved towards the ball, and
as had mine, Thomas. Killian Archer was getting a talking to from the referee, but either way, not what Mungret need right now, and a chance for Aidan O'Connor to add to his total.
Yeah, it's probably frustration from young Archer. You know, the game's it's getting away from them, unfortunately, but you know, you don't need to be losing the head with 6 or 7 minutes to go. The game is definitely not gone. It's certainly an uphill task that Mungret are facing, but Archer, you know, he'll be disappointed when he thinks back on that. He's given Aidan O'Connor, he already had 1 shot from play just wide, and now he's getting a second bite at the cherry.
Yeah, big chance for Aidan O'Connor from that far side. He struck it fairly well. Judging by Rian Murphy, it's over the bar. Another point for Ballybrown, back into a 7-point lead. 111 total for Aidan O'Connor. That's really one of the big stories of this game. The Limerick minor star of last season, really living up to his billing. Puck out comes towards Barry Duff for Mungret, and it's unable to be kept in play there by Eamon Flahav. It's gone out over the end sideline yet again, Tom, and everything's coming up for Ballybrown right now.
It really is, and again the frustration of Flahav seen there when he just kind of kicked the ball away in you know, understandable frustration. It's never nice to be losing a minor final, or any final for that matter. They're just going to have to try and keep the head, I suppose, and seeking the battle back into it. But it's certainly looking like Ballybrown are going to add to that title of 12 months ago.
Yeah, it's going to be Ethan Keys with this sideline cut, taking over the sideline duties. It's a good cut from Ethan Keys, but Mungret are there to it first, and it's cleared downfield by their corner back here on Kenny. It's falling straight to Ethan Keys now. Keys with the shot. That would be a stunning score. It's just gone to the right and wide from Ballybrown's point of view, so their lead remains at 3-17 to 19 points as the puck up from Rian Murphy heads towards Jack McCarthy. It's McCarthy now on the run, been chased by the Ballybrown defender. It's a foul by Mikey Gavin over on that far side. Just kind of lost his balance, took out Jack McCarthy, and it's going to be a free for Liam Lynch. And Tom, even with 5 minutes left, plus whatever additional time there'll be, you'd imagine, as Liam Lynch trots over to take it, dropping this one in around the edge of the square, although it looks like he's going to pop it over by the looks of things, but the thought has to cross his mind.
Yeah, I think it's getting to that time, certainly, John. I think you're right. There's 4.5 minutes of normal time. We probably lost 2 minutes at the water break, so we're looking at 6 or 7. The margin is 7, and Ballybrown's forward line are showing no signs of relenting. That scoreboard at the other end is going to keep going, so Mungret are going to need, I think they're going to need green flags. Yeah, judging by the way Mungret lined up, he's just going to tap this over the bar, but they're going to need the next score, and the next score after that, in fairness.
It's just Mikey Gavin down injured after conceding that free, down injured for the second time. Maybe a bit of cramp over there, Tom. Very sunny day as well across Limerick it has been too, so
the nerves, I'm sure.
Nerves, hydration, heat, the whole lot of it,
absolutely,
all combined in, just adding to this one. Just looks, I don't think it's anything too serious for Mikey Gavin, hopefully not anyway.
Yeah, we must remember that all the players would have been in school today, various schools across Limerick, so they've had a hectic enough day, not to mind worrying about playing, I suppose, a big game for their club and their parish, so understandably that the legs are tightening up late on in here.
In fact, it's Ethan Keys over on that far side who's receiving attention. He's limping away.
Yeah, it looks like his leg was strapped coming into the game anyway, so hopefully for his sake he's not aggravated that further, but it looks like he's going to continue to the finish.
Liam Lynch lines this one up, strikes it well over the bar from Liam Lynch. We're back to a 6-point game yet again, but Mungret with goals needed surely soon enough to get back into this one, Tom.
Yeah, in fairness to them, they've matched Ballybrown for numbers of scores, but it's the green flags that are making the difference. 20 points is an impressive total, but they're going to have to add something extra on top of that.
But that's not going to work out, as Dara O'Hagan with a needless foul on Owen Kelly there, the Ballybrown number 2, playing out at wing back, though having a fine game at wing back, it has to be said as well. And another chance for Aidan O'Connor to make it 112 to his tally for his evening's work.
Yeah, a very impressive total. Ballybrown in last year's final didn't raise a green flag, but they had Mungret, or they had Doon, I should say, in that instance at arm's length. So similar enough margin, I think, down the stretch. And so the 9 players that started last year, they're going to be well used to closing out a game like this as the gap goes back out again.
Yeah, Aidan O'Connor well acquainted with the white flag and this game. An absolutely stunning performance from the Ballybrown number 8. 112 for him, 3-18 for them to Mungret's 20 points, and they're on the attack again with Aidan O'Connor. Elaborate dummy again for O'Connor, and show to Billy Molyneux. O'Connor with the shot. That's 113 for Aidan O'Connor now. A virtuoso performance from the Ballybrown midfielder. You're not going to see too many better displays than anywhere in the country this year, Tom.
No, we're not, John, and you can see exactly why Evan Loftus trusted him, for the Ballybrown's first 3 championship games. He didn't play at the weekend against South Liberties at senior level, but he's certainly rested, and he's as Luke O'Connor gets his first point of the game.
Yeah, Ballybrown now really turning on the style here. Brilliant score from Luke O'Connor, his first of this evening's contest. And it's now 9-point lead all of a sudden for Ballybrown. 320 to 20 points. I think it's Shane O'Neill coming on now. Indeed it is. And it's going to be young Paul O'Neill coming off the field, Tom. A very good performance from Paul O'Neill. Maybe just giving Shane a run as Mungret line up another sub themselves.
Yeah. 18,
David Hassett will be coming on for them shortly. But Ballybrown, Tom, must be in dreamland at this moment.
Oh, it's fantastic. They'd gone 31 years last year, John, without success at the A or at the top level of this grade. But if you go back to 2018, John, they won an A title with some of these players involved. They've won the Premier the last 2 years now. Well, when this one is wrapped up, it's fantastic for them.
Aidan O'Connor on their run. That's 114. He's up to now. Brilliant work in the build-up from Colin Coughlin. Excellent score. We're going to have 5 minutes of added time, according to Patsy Coffey, the 4th official here. Mungret don't need that. They'll just want to leave now. A chance for Owen Kelly. Gets the shot away. It's going to be kept in play by Rian Murphy. But Tom, there's that. He's left it out go wide. But Tom, again, we're running out of superlatives for Aidan O'Connor now.
Yeah, I think he'd want to stop, John, because everyone will think it's all about him. But it's been a fantastic team performance as another way to sit there. I think it was Colin Coughlin, but that wide will matter little as Ballybrown bring in another sub.
Aaron O'Reilly in for Ballybrown as David Hassett comes on for Mungret. It's going to be Bobby Smith leaving the fray for Ballybrown, I think. Indeed it is. A goal scoring Bobby Smith. He won the penalty as well. Very popular member of the Ballybrown team by the sounds of the support he's getting as he comes off. Very good performance, Tom, and helping them in no small way into this, or to this minor title.
Yeah, in fairness to young Smith, I think he's at under 15, under 16. He's a bright future ahead of him if he continues performances like that, and he rightly so gets a round of applause as he leaves the field.
Yeah, it's Kieran Kenny that's come off for Mungret for David Hassett as that one goes out over the sideline by Conor O'Halloran. Just took one step extra there and the ball went out. He stayed in, but the ball's certainly out according to the linesman John O'Halloran. And we're going to have another sideline cut for Ballybrown.
Yeah, the frustration I think is evident in the number of the Mungret players. They've had a very good season, John. It mustn't be forgotten. I know it's been a very quick fire championship compared to what the minor is normally, but obviously they're going to be disappointed this evening. But they've done well to get to this final. It's a very competitive grade, and unfortunately it just hasn't gone well for them in the second half in particular.
Conor O'Halloran has a shot there, didn't really take a look at the goals, tried to get it away quickly and it's gone to the right and wide. Again, some frustration from this Mungret side, and it's hard to blame them really. It's been a tough game. Ballybrown the last 5 or 6 minutes just really going to town on them a little bit as Colin Coughlin with a stunning catch, unable to keep hold of it though initially, and Mungret looking to come away with it with Jack McCarthy. But Luke O'Connor, who's had a fine game in midfield alongside Aidan O'Connor, delivers this one after winning it Straight down into the full forward line now. It's Ethan Keys now operating there. Lofts it inside. Bit of hesitation from Rian Murphy. Gets a hurley to it. It's going to fall down. It's pulled on straight away. Rian Murphy's there and does better at the second attempt, does Rian Murphy. And Robbie Gardner's shot easily stopped by the Mungret keeper as Dermot Maloney launches this one straight into the middle. It's easy for Mark Mullally. Mullally now plays it straight down. Robbie Gardner's there for Ballybrown. It's Gardner on the run. He's been tripped by Billy Molyneux, and a chance for Aidan O'Connor to score what, Tom?
I don't know, John, I have last count.
I think this will be 115 if he puts this one over. Last count it was 114 with those 2 quickfire points as Conor White enters the fray for Mungret St. Paul's. It's actually going to be Robbie Gardner to take it himself. Aidan O'Connor's had enough of scoring by the looks of things.
Yeah, Robbie, I've seen Robbie taking frees at junior B level, and I think he's taking frees underage. So good to see someone else getting a cut at it. So Robbie will be disappointed with that goal opportunity a minute ago. So a chance for him to get on the score sheet here.
Coming up to 63 minutes played as Robbie Gardner hits that one. Doesn't get a good connection on it. Goes to the right. Goes to the right and wide. And it's Jack McCarthy coming off for Mungret. And it was Conor White who came on. As the puck out comes from Rian Murphy. Good catch from Conor O'Halloran. Plays this one in low towards his full forward teammate Conor Galvin. Galvin now goals they need Mungret, but the game is long gone here as Galvin goes for it. Easy save for Lee O'Reilly. Didn't take any chances. Gets out there, Josh O'Reilly with the save. And plays it simple out to Nate Quinn, and Quinn on the run for Ballybrown. Flicks it to Colin Coughlin. Coughlin onto Luke O'Connor. O'Connor just launches this one in towards the full forward line, and Ethan Keys is going there, so is Shane O'Neill. It's Mungret to come out with it. It's Billy Molyneux who picks up the loose ball. It's Molyneux gets his pass away. It's out to Conor White over on that far side. Brilliant work from Mikey Gavin, and it's Gavin on the run. Ballybrown leading by 10, looking to make it 11. It's going to drop, and it's controlled by Rian Murphy inside, and Murphy lucky to come away with this one, delivers it long, but the accuracy isn't there. That's going to go out over the sideline. Killian Archer unable to keep it in. Tom, you mentioned it as Mungret make another sub. Incoming is Killian O'Gorman, off is Conor O'Halloran. But Tom, this is a huge win for Ballybrown. They built on last year's success. 3 of last year's team, namely Conor O'Neill, Aidan O'Connor and Colin Coughlin, playing senior level at a high level this year. Of course, Ballybrown getting to the senior quarter final, of course, earning promotion to the senior A grade next year after that win over Liberties. More players to come onto the team next year. It's all looking good for Ballybrown at the moment as a club.
Yeah, absolutely, and John, you mustn't forget that a number of these players have played junior hurling this year, like Keith Punch and Ethan Keys. So there's, as Colin Coughlin adds to his total, there's 322 now. It's impressive going to win any minor title, to win 2 in a row. We saw Gary Spillane do it a couple of years ago, and it ultimately helped them go up to senior. And Ballybrown will be looking to bring a lot of these players into their adult teams now, and the future is definitely bright. But likewise, I think it's bright for Mungret. They've had a very disappointing couple of weeks, but they're not going away anytime soon, in fairness to them.
No, valiant effort across all their grades, Mungret, in the last couple of weeks. Ultimately, between the Premier Under 21, Premier Minor and Premier Intermediate hurling, a trophy is not going to be won, but they'll be there and thereabouts for all 3 grades next year, you can be sure, as well as they make another sub. And it's Harry Page I should say, comes onto the field for Mungret for Conor Galvin.
Fairness to Galvin, he'd a very impressive, especially the first half, John. Got a couple of points in that first half. He's a good young forward, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him in the coming seasons.
Aidan O'Connor now picks up this loose one, shooting, fish in a barrel for Aidan O'Connor throughout this second half. It's another score. It's a very impressive 3-23 to Ballybrown, and referee David Deedy looks at his book, looks at his watch. It's another one for Aidan O'Connor, another one for Ballybrown as this one drops on top of Darragh O'Hagan and Owen Kelly. That's it for Ballybrown for the second year running. They are Premier Minor hurling champions, 323 to Mungret's 20 points, Tom. An emphatic victory in the end. It probably doesn't tell the whole story of the game, but either way, it's Ballybrown with a second one in a row and full value for it.
Yeah, and to be fair, if you're looking at it from a Mungret point of view, I don't think there was a 13 point or 12 point margin in it. 323 to 20 points doesn't do Mungret's effort justice. They lost the run of it there in the last quarter. Ballybrown really stretched away and pulled away. disappointing from Mungret's point of view. But I think Ballybrown probably worthy winners. A sluggish start, but they came roaring into that game once Colin Coughlin got that goal, and that seemed to energise them really for the rest of the game. And Mungret couldn't really live with him at times, unfortunately.
Big turning point early in the second half was that penalty won by Bobby Smith, expertly put away by Aidan O'Connor. We didn't think it at the time, but Mungret, even though they came back, maybe the heads dropped a little bit.
Yeah, I think they had given so much in that first half and had only found themselves level, despite being ahead on a number of occasions. The second half, then, to concede, they would have been looking for the first score. To concede the first goal of the half so early from a penalty, it just took a little bit out of them mentally, and unfortunately, they weren't able to recover. They did get it back to I think 3 points at one occasion, but again Ballybrown just had them at arm's length for long periods and really stretched on from the 45th, 46th minute onwards, and there was just no way back for Mungret.
Once the third goal went in, as you mentioned, there was no way back for Mungret. But from Ballybrown's point of view, first here anyway, look, another victory. It's been a very positive season throughout a lot of grades. Obviously the senior team getting back up to Senior A where they feel they belong, and performances suggest that that's exactly where they belong. Winning another minor title is a huge boost for the club that can now maybe look to an even brighter future with a very solid senior team that's already there, as well as a Junior A and Junior B team.
Yeah, there's plenty of appetite for hurling in Ballybrown. There always has been. It's just unfortunately results at times haven't gone their way. Knocked in the door on a couple of occasions at minor level down through the years. Had some great teams, but unfortunately just couldn't get one over the line. And I think what success does when a club hasn't had success is it just filters down through the ranks, and their under 16 team have been going well this year. Their under 14s have had a good season as far as I know, and it just gives everyone a boost and to say we're going in the right direction, we're doing the right thing. And it definitely keeps fellas interested, because we do see in a lot of clubs, if success at minor level isn't there, players can unfortunately filter away from the game and get interested in other things. But I don't see that happening in Ballybrown. From what I've seen this year, every player that was involved in last year's panel has gone on to play senior or junior level, that was over age, and they'll be looking for similar here now. So plenty of numbers, plenty of quality hurlers that we saw this evening, plenty of them to be proud of and positive about.
We're going to head down to the presentation now area where our cameraman Patsy Hall is there, as Ballybrown will head to get the trophy.
I'd like to compliment the team, the management and both clubs for the way they presented their players tonight for all the fantastic sporting games. I'd like to thank the referee David Deedy and his officials. I'd like to thank the grounds men here at AITK grounds and their team, in particular Dave McGuinness and Paul McNally. I'd like to thank the competition sponsor Christy Phillips. And I'd like to just say, in particular to Mungret, hard work last Sunday evening and indeed again tonight, but please hold your heads up high. Limerick GA really appreciates the efforts you're making as a club. You get two outstanding performances and the two county finals in the last couple of evenings. So therefore, without further ado, I would like to extend heartiest congratulations to Ballybrown, and I'd like to ask my colleague on the county board, Chairman of the Limerick County Board alone, Pat Darren, to join us here on the podium as I invite now Colin Coughlin to raise the call. Good luck.
Just on behalf of myself and all the boys, we'd like to thank David and all our coaches for refereeing the very game and I'd like to thank David Brown for his important condition. To the boys in front of me, 2 in a row, something special, lads. And we have to thank this Joe, Hank, Shane, Wally, Ollie, Roddy, Evan the physio, all our parents, all the supporters, everyone here. And it's just something special. And finally to Mungret, it's been on two of us the whole way up. We took E1 16s, we won 14s. We got to do up today. So just 3 cheers for Mungret. All right.